Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. Hey, so today's gonna be a little different. I was straight doing my own thing. My mom comes to my room watching a documentary of a Slender Man stabbing that happened a few years ago. So I was like, oh my god, I gotta react to that. So today we're gonna be reacting to Slender Man stabbing as survivor describes a horrible ordeal. This is gonna be crazy. I never heard about this. I didn't think this was possible. I mean, yeah, I don't think it was possible. So it was like 3 teenagers, 2 of them were victims of stabbing. They went to this woods, and yeah, to see what happens. It's an 8-minute long video, so it's gonna be a quick little one. But if you guys want me to direct to the whole hour-long video of this whole ordeal, hit that like button. Get to 30 likes. 30 likes, I'll do the whole documentary so we can learn about this stabbing of Slender Man. But let's get drinks ready. Got this water's empty. Got my water. Let's get right into this. And like I always say, I'm gonna leave the original video in the top of the description if you guys want to check it out for yourselves. Now let's get on with this video.
Yeah, they made hot. They ain't tell my shit. Let me pop my shit. I do what they wish. I can't swim.
Do you feel like you're surviving?
Yeah, I shouldn't be alive. I really shouldn't after what happened.
For the first time, Peyton Leichner is talking about that day 5 years ago. 3 12-year-olds
5 years ago? What?
Next morning, a walk into the woods to play hide and seek.
Do you remember leaving the park to go to the woods?
They just wanted to go on a walk, and I didn't think much of it. It's just a walk. It's in Waukesha. Like, what bad stuff happens in Waukesha, Wisconsin?
I don't know, some Slender Man shit.
Peyton was stabbed 19 times and left for dead by her own friends.
19
who later blamed
times?
the fictional character, Slender Man.
Morgan handed me the knife, and then I started to count again. When I was 5 feet away, I said, now, go ballistic, go crazy, stab, 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 stab.
The suspect lured the victim into the woods. All 3 of the girls are 12 years old.
So it's 3 of them.
Has ever heard of 2 12-year-old girls planning for 6 months to kill one of their best friends?
The whole time, Peyton was screaming in agony.
Whoa.
I didn't want to do this. I was afraid of what would happen if I did.
Ugh. May 30th, 2014. I was 14 years old.
It's Friday night in Waukesha, Wisconsin, a Milwaukee suburb. Peyton is getting ready to celebrate her best friend Morgan Geyser's birthday at that slumber party.
Peyton was so excited.
The girls met.
Bro, look
in
at her
4th grade.
face. The girl in the glasses, bro. She has like no emotion.
Because she was a loner who needed a friend.
I made friends with her when I saw that she didn't have any friends at all.
Also at that sleepover, Anissa Wire, who was new to the school and who had grown close to Morgan.
They played up in Morgan's bedroom, ran up and down the stairs, giggling and laughing, and I mean, it was just a normal night.
But there was nothing normal about what happened the next morning when Morgan and Anissa suggest they all go to the park and then to the woods together.
Anissa told me to lie on the ground and like cover myself in like sticks and leaves and stuff, but
What?
It was really just a trick.
While playing hide and seek, then
What?
came Anissa's command, and Morgan attacks Peyton with a knife.
Morgan said, don't be afraid, I'm only a little kitty cat, and jumped on top of Bella and stabbed her repeatedly.
And do you remember when it started?
What?
Kind of. I didn't feel anything because my body was in shock.
Bro.
They told
I can only imagine. Imagine being like 6 feet or like God knows how close you to the person getting stabbed. Like, what? Why would you do that? Like, what?
me to lay down, you'll lose blood slower. Like, we're gonna go get help.
Did she try to get up? Yeah, she tried to get up. She said that she couldn't see, she couldn't walk, and that she couldn't breathe.
And they told her they were gonna go get her help, but Anissa flat out said, no, we weren't getting her help. We wanted her to die.
I got up and then just walked until I hit a patch of grass where I could lay down.
A bicyclist notices Peyton bloodied and lying in the grass. He calls 911. Officer Dan Klein is the first on the scene.
I asked her who did this, and she told me her friend Morgan.
Peyton tells paramedics she's been stabbed.
They asked how long was the knife, and she said that the knife was about like this. And she was talking about the blade, not the handle.
Her mother rushes to the hospital just before Peyton is taken into surgery.
I said, "You're gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine." But I could see that she was covered. Her arms and her legs and her abdomen, they were covered in stab wounds.
The surgeon treating Peyton told me if the stab wound to the chest had been the width of a human hair deeper, she would not have survived.
So she's the one that got stabbed, but she's
While
alive?
Peyton fights for her life,
Wait.
police are searching everywhere for the two girls.
It was about 2:53 in the afternoon. I had gotten a message that the sheriff's department had located the girls on the site of I-94. They were sitting on the side of the freeway.
By the time we found them, they had walked about 5 hours and made it to the north end.
They walked 5 hours?
Morgan Geyser and Anissa Wire.
I mean, I walked 7 hours because I got lost in the woods. I was on my old channel, but hey, we ain't want to talk about that.
Are brought back to the Waukesha police station for questioning.
Their demeanor was very calm. They seemed kind of meek.
Your parents know that you're here talking to me, okay? And I'm glad they're so glad that you're safe.
I did notice she had a blood stain on the front of her shirt, and she was wearing 2 shirts.
Ooh.
What is your name? Anissa Wire.
Look how dead she looks, bro.
Morgan seemed like she was very calm, very relaxed.
Oh,
I mean,
fuck no.
she's at
Look
a
at
police
her.
department and she's covered in blood. And this is like a normal day for her.
She played too much horror games, let me tell you. She played too many Slender Man horror games, let me tell you.
You can hear Morgan ask what's happened to Peyton, using her nickname, Bella.
Is she dead?
I don't know. She wants to take her to the hospital.
What? I was just wondering.
It didn't seem like it really concerned her too
I was
much
just
if
wondering.
She was
She gonna
dead
come
or
back for the
alive.
kill.
The detectives read the girls their rights.
You have the right to remain silent.
Here in the state of Wisconsin, a child can be interrogated without the presence of their parent or guardian being in the room. At that time, I did not know that.
We find that people are more truthful when they don't have their
Oh,
parents
but hey, I didn't do anything
present.
wrong.
This is going to get me arrested, isn't it?
The interrogations.
This is gonna get me arrested, isn't it? No shizzle, freaking girl. You just stabbed your best friend. The heck, you just gonna go home and have a happy little ending.
Last for hours.
You think your dog gets a little bit more comfortable here?
I have a daughter that's almost the same age as her. Like, she could be my daughter, but then she started saying things that were really very eerie, hearing them coming out of a 12-year-old's mouth.
So did you guys talk about doing this beforehand?
Anissa told me we had to.
Why?
Because she said that he'd kill our families.
Who's he?
A man. I didn't know him.
Slenderman. Just tell him it's Slenderman.
And this is where the story takes another turn to a fictional character on the internet.
Slenderman.
There's this website called the Creepypasta Wiki. It's full of like horror stories that are meant to purposely scare you. And there's one of them called Slender Man.
Who's Slender Man?
He's this tall, faceless man who preys on children. At his own will, he can like exploit these tendrils from his back.
That's just
And
creepy. What are you doing? Back up.
like strangle his victims. From what the Creepypasta Wiki said, he targets children most.
Anissa explained to me that to prove yourself worthy to Slender, you would have to kill somebody.
Morgan said, "We have to kill Bella."
When we come
Heck
back.
no.
Did you feel bad?
Do you guys actually believe that Slenderman's real? I mean, there's a place that's not really, it's like called Slenderman's Forest, but it's not really called Slenderman's Forest. They just nicknamed it because a whole bunch of creepy stuff happens. Mo Sargi did a video on there and he captured something like Big Shadow. I don't know. But I don't think it's real.
Yeah, they're just.
I think it just messes with your people's
they're
heads.
best friends.
I thought about it, but then I decided that remorse will get me nowhere. It's easier to live without regrets.
Wait, what? Oh my lord. That girl just needs some help. No. if you guys enjoyed this reaction, if, like I said, if this video blows up and gets me a lot of likes, I'll do a part 2, or I should say I do a whole documentary of this. It's an hour long to figure out what really happened, what went down. This is just a little snippet. That is crazy. Like, how are you just gonna stab your best friend over some Slender Man guy? Like, what? But if you guys enjoyed this, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I'll catch you guys in my next upload. Peace out, y'all.